everyone. My name is Thomas Sterr. I'm an economist and a natural scientist. So I did a PhD in economics and I also did a master's in geography related to climate change questions, also to geomorphology. And here I'm working as the Dean of Studies of a study course, a bachelor course in engineering, which is called Climate Change Management in Engineering. This is a very special course because it is not only concentrating on engineering questions, it goes well beyond. It also tries to match engineering with economic questions, and it also tries to match economic questions with social questions and with environmental questions. So we go for a holistic approach, which is absolutely necessary if we want to tackle climate change issues in a comprehensive way, which is really required.
In your opinion, how can sustainability be made more accessible to the public?
Okay, complex question. The key is education. But what is really relevant in education is that I do not only educate or teach people who study CCE because they are already convinced. And also my friends are convinced, and maybe members of the Green parties, they also put a lot of emphasis on environmental questions. So if we only stay with them and discuss with them, we'll always talk about the same issue. We see the same weaknesses and the same strengths and everything. But what is really relevant is that we do not only discuss these questions in the scientific community or in the political community. We should discuss these issues much more openly towards the public, towards the masses, and we should make our knowledge much more accessible to them, which also means that we should not only use a scientific language. So if you are in a scientific community, sure, we have to use the scientific knowledge, because here we have to be very precise of what we talk about and also about empirical results and everything. But if we want to express that towards the public, we have to change our language. So we have to be much more simple in our language. And we also should not have the idea that we have to distribute full knowledge. We have to distribute relevant knowledge, and knowledge which is relevant for those people, knowledge which they need to adapt and to behave in a more eco-friendly way. But we should also tell them what is really relevant and what is not so relevant. And we should also try to go for examples, so we should not be too theoretical. We should relate everything that we want to communicate with examples that they understand. So we should relate our thoughts very much to their sphere and relate to their personal environment, to their daily life, to also allow them to couple this knowledge with their daily life and take the necessary consequences.
Yes, we are starting the sustainability project here, a combination of sustainable challenges and the artificial intelligence. What are your thoughts about our project?
Okay, I still do not know so much about the project. It's a project, so it is related to a lot of unsolved questions. But what I really expect is that if you want to tackle environmental issues, you have to tackle a lot of variables at the same time, and also interrelations between different variables. And so this is, even for our minds, this is too complex. Yeah? And so you need a lot of data to model, and even with the traditional models, we cannot really get to a final result because we have to limit our variables. If we take too much variables into account to model, then the time for modeling would be just too large. We would need extremely large capacities, and we also have to take into account that we have to match the interrelations between the different dimensions we measure and we model, and so it will get extremely complex. So what artificial intelligence can help us here is artificial intelligence can match a lot of different information and also relate it to values from the past. So without knowing the full truth of what happened because of what, artificial intelligence can say, well, we had this combination, and when we had this situation, we shifted to another situation. This is what just happened as a result. And so with artificial intelligence you can include all the knowledge that had been provided and also all the data that had been measured in the past as a resource basis for future decisions.